I'm about to demonstrate what's the difference between a bare hand stamping and a rubber mallet stamping. But in this time, I'm not going to use any of them. What I'm going to do is I'm trying to explain how a hammer does and what a knife does actually. So let's grab a piece of paper. So that's a normal, actually it's a 90 grams per square meter piece of paper, and that's a normal knife. This is a used one, nothing special, but it's still sharp. So when you use your bare hand, what you do is you actually hold the stamp. This is just an example, any stamp it can be, and you push it against the surface of the soap. And normally it's a gentle push, penetration into the soap, slowly, and you are quite careful because you just don't want to go too deep, because then the outline of the stamp will be visible and maybe it's not that professional. Sometimes it looks nice anyway, but it's not so professional. So you do it gentle. So try to demonstrate this with a knife and with a piece of paper. So actually what I do is I'm doing it nice and gentle. I touch the surface just like you do it. Actually it's an edge, but let's say this is the surface of the soap, so I touch it. I'm trying to get inside. There's no way. There's no way. If I do it stronger, then it gets torn, but it's not a nice and clean cut. This is exactly what happens when you stamp your soap with your bare hand, especially if you are not brave enough to start it with a higher pressure, but you just do it nice and gentle. No, don't do it that way because it's not good. So let's see what happens if you do it with a rubber mallet. So if you do it with a mallet, what happens? You hit it. So actually when you touch the surface of the stamp, it hits it with such a high speed comparing to pushing it slowly and gently with your hand. It's comparable, it's very high speed, it's an impact against the slow motion. So let's see what happens if you do the same thing, same knife, same paper, as you see on the other end. I hold it, it touches the surface, but you do it with an impact. And as you can see, I have cut the paper, but it's not visible quite well, so do it again. So if you do it this way, you can definitely make it, but it's still not perfect. So what you are trying to do is actually to have kind of like this. So you are not hitting it and leaving your hand there, because then the acceleration is just not quite good. So what you are trying to do is like doing like this and move your hand backwards. Like if you fight, you hit and pull it back. So let's try it this way. If I just try it this way, oops, oops, it's a perfect cut. It didn't get torn, it's a perfect cut. Nice and sharp. So actually that's the trick that still many people don't know. That's why I wanted to show you in a different way, maybe it's a better understanding. And also what matters, so buying a soap stamp, it does matter what the surface of the soap stamp is like. So that's why actually I have a post-processing after the 3D printing, because it's very important to have a sharp and nice clean edges, without any debris, without any misperfections. So all our stamps are sharp, and using a rubber mallet in the way I showed you, actually it's perfection. So every single stamping will be perfect. You don't need to try it second time, you don't need to try it third time. The only thing you need to figure out how strong this hit should be. And once you have it, after 2 or 3 failures, no more, believe me, because you have your soaps, they have the same texture because you do the same soaps, maybe different kind of families you have, but they are the same soap, so you will know the strength. You can easily get used to it, and it's always perfect, just like for us. So it's not so difficult. Watch this video again, check my hand, see the explanation again, try to understand it and implement it, and you will have results. Thanks for watching. Bye.